Hi everybody, hello and welcome. We're carrying on today with our Infinity Concertina journal, whatever you choose to call it. It's our very long journal. Phew. It's clever, isn't it? I really like it. Okay, so today I thought we'd start with the front, start in the way you mean to go on, so I'll start at the beginning. And what I've done is I've taken some of my silk from this big silk roll that I got from, I buy mine from a British company called Yarn, who import this, and it's too wide like that, so I've just cut it in half, and then I dyed it with Uncharted Mariner. I always want to call him the Ancient Mariner. You know, the poem by Coleridge. Salvage patina and some ground espresso, and this is what I got, and I really quite like it. In fact, I love it. So we need two pieces, and it's going to go under the front cover, and then it's going to tie at both sides. So let's just work out how much I need. I don't want masses on either side, so let's say that's the middle. Oh, look at that, there's a join there, so we'll just cut it at that join. That's what we'll do. You do get that with sari silk, recycled silks and stuff, you do get joins in them. Right, so that's that needs to go down halfway, so let's just make a mark where halfway is. I'm sure you can do this by eye. By now you know I haven't got straight eye in my head. So mine actually measures just less than 6, I think. So I'm just going to put a line there at 3 and a line there at 3. That's my centre line, if you like. Let's just join that together, and then there can't be any cause for complaint. Right. I see some of you have already made this, and I'm so heartened. It's just so nice for me when you guys actually, you know, come along with me. So I'm going to put some Color glue down. You're not going to see this because it's going to be covered, so don't worry about the glue showing through, because it will for sure. Let's find the centre, which is about there. So let's put that in about the centre, which is about there, and just put that down. So is that on my line? Yeah, pretty much is. And this one, yep, okay. So that's great. That's that. You can use any ribbon, any lace, anything that you've got to hand. You can use for that, this part. I just particularly like that dyed sari silk. I think it's lovely. Right, as you know, you guys, I am using this kit from Sweet Pea Curiosities. It's just a fantastic kit. I love it so much. Right up my street. And I've selected this page to be our background page for the front. So it's the front. It's the background of the front. I just quite like that. It's quite bright compared to a lot of them, but I think it looks well there. So the decision I have now is, do I want to sew around this? I'm not sewing the rest of the journal particularly. In fact, I'm not sewing it. I just wondered if I wanted to sew the front cover. I think I probably do, actually. So before I do that, however, I'm just going to distress. I've been around it with scorched timber, as you can see. It's all dark at the edges, but I'm just going to go over parts of it and really kind of distress them. Kind of like that. We'll come back and ink it in a minute, and maybe one more down here. So I'm just kind of pressing on with my fingernail, and it just eventually folds in, and finally it gives up and it folds over into the two little pieces. So let's get the ink dauber out and just ink those up. And this one as well, forgot where I put that. There we are. And then I want to see where that is on our journal, because we need to make that quite dark in the background. Yeah, that's good. And this one is about there. Yeah, I think that's all right. Okay guys, I'm just going to go off and stitch around this. I'll be back in a blink. Right, okay, that's that sewn around it. I sewed around it a couple of times in a sort of messy type fashion. So now I'm just going to fold these back down, and this one here as well. Sometimes you have to put just a little bit of glue in them, underneath them, but I think they'll stay. I think they're all right. If it looks like they're going to lift, we'll stick some glue on them. So the next thing to do is to stick that down onto there. So I'm going to use collal, and then I have the ability to kind of move it around a little bit if I need to. Well, I can definitely tell you it's a very nice day here. It's cool, it's quite cool, but very pleasant. Sun's out, and yeah, unusual. I think it's due to rain again tomorrow though, so I'm not getting too excited. Okay, so let's get this bottom corner in place and the top corner in place, and as long as they are in place, the rest should follow suit. Let's just open this up a bit. There we go. Lovely. So where's my... I still can't find my bone folder, so I'm still using this rather delicate thing. Rather indelicate would be nearer the mark, but it does the job. So there we are, that's that down, and that's our fabric down as well. Marvellous. Right, so the next thing I want is a piece of corrugated card, and this used to be my splat box. It was obviously an Amazon delivery at some stage, but it used to be part of my splat box, which I've had to cut up because I can't find any other card, and I don't want it going that far out, I don't think, so I'm just going to cut another little bit off there, and then we'll see what we've got. Yeah, I think that's about right. I think that's okay, but I don't want it to be quite that straight, so I'm just going to tear some pieces off it. This is tough. Wow. I think it's corrugated. Corrugated, it is corrugated. I think it's reinforced. It's got like threads inside it. Is that all I want off there? Maybe a teeny bit at this corner, if I can get it off. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, there's threads throughout it. I'm pretty sure it was just to deliver. We get our coffee on subscription from Amazon. It just works out a few pence cheaper. And I'm pretty sure this was a box the coffee was delivered in. That just looks a bit strange on the top. A bit straight. Yeah, that's all right there, I think. Yeah, happy with that. Okay, so now what I want to do is get rid of some of this paper that's the top layer, and sometimes if you're lucky, you can pull it and it'll come off. Sometimes if you're not lucky, it doesn't work. Let's get the tool out. What do you call it? Pokey tool. Don't know where that is. Here it is. So I'm just going to go down there, tear that, see if I can get it to tear across there. No, it doesn't want to. I don't know if there's a knack to getting this to tear or just luck, really. But just be patient, is what I would say. Sue One's sitting out in the garden today. I mean, it's a nice day, but it's still a bit nippy. But, you know, maybe she's trying to catch up on her vitamin D. That's not a bad thing. Yeah, that's looking all right. See if I can get this bit off. Oh, look at that. Oh, I want to roll. That's great. That's just about all I need off there, because I've got something going on the top. Oh, look at this. That's fabulous. Fabulous. Let's try this edge. Yeah, I'm alright with little bits being on it. Just it gives you a bit of difference, doesn't it? There we go. I think I'm alright with that. Right. Phew, that was a bit tedious, wasn't it? Sorry, guys. Okay, so now I want to paint this. And I'm going to use distress paints in Uncharted Mariner and Iced Spruce, because they kind of go with the whole overall theme of things. I think this might be a little bit too much, this colour, on its own. So I'm just going to put one drop of that down and maybe a little bit more of the Iced Spruce. Iced Spruce is a really good colour. Much underrated, I feel. So I'll put 2 drops, ooh, that was a big one, of that down. I've got my spray bottle, I've got my old gesso brush, so I'm just going to pick this up like that and just paint over here. Oh, I meant to use my messy mat. That's what I meant to do, and then promptly forgot about it. So yeah, I'm just picking bits up with my brush. I've got Uncharted Mariner on one side and I've got Iced Spruce on the other. And I don't really want a massively good coverage. Just a bit. And if you go too dark with this, don't worry, because you can come back over with gesso if you want to lighten the whole thing up. But I quite like that. That, I think, is great for that part. So let me have a bit of a clean up and I'll be back. Well, this sounds bizarre, but I decided to put gesso on it and now I can't find my gesso. That's totally ridiculous. So I've got picket fence out. It's not the strongest white, but we'll give it a go. Give it a go. So I don't want very much. Maybe I have to put more than that out because I want to put it on with my mini brayer, which is tiny. I love it. Just catch the tops of those ridges like that. Yay! That's nice. Like that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's just have a bit of a clean up. That's all right now. That's okay. That needs to go in a wet wipe till I can get to the kitchen. I don't know how wet these wipes are anymore. Oh, they're still somewhat enough to keep my brush. Let's just put that in there. There's not much paint on it, but it's enough to spoil it completely. Okay, so that will dry very, very quickly. Let's put this mess and that away. Honestly, I can get in a mess in no time at all. And once again, I'm working in sort of 6 inches square of space. So I'm going to put that there, like that. I like that. Yep. Yeah, I do. Okay, so now I want a piece of paper just to kind of as the topper. And I've selected this because I think it'll go very well with that. But I want to tear it and stick it on top of there. And I don't think, actually, having said that, I need to ink around this. Otherwise it really doesn't look right. Let's put the paint away. Get out the scorched timber. And go around the edge of this. Give it a bit of definition. I do love corrugated card. Don't use it nearly enough, but yeah, that's great. Marvellous. So, yeah, this is the paper that I'm going to tear and put on top. Because I really love it. It's gorgeous. So I want to back it with some card, because if I don't, I can't get it to stick properly onto this because there's only, there's not a great deal of it. It'll sink in and look not very nice. So I want it to be about that wide and about that long. So let's cut that. This is just some cardstock that I got from the Paper Mill Direct when I got one of their assorted packs. Sort of remnants, really. And there was tons of that in, and at the time I thought, what on earth am I going to do with all that? Yeah, that's about the right size, so let's stick this onto here. It's ridiculous. The space that I'm working in, it's just ridiculous. So we are going to tear this down, but I'm not sure where yet. So which side of this do I want? Yeah, up there I think. Up there, where the air is clear. That's a song. Thank goodness I'm not breaking into song. Let's cut that out. And keep all your remnants because they come in for things such as this, Just I haven't got any remnants yet, so I'm using a fairly biggish piece. That's nice. That's going to go, which way does that go? Up like that, okay. So I just want to tear all the way across there, but just, oh, this is tricky. I've stuck my thumb to the paper now. I just don't really want straight edges on here. And I'm not the world's best tearer. Okay, so that's that torn. Let's tear down here as well. You can see why it's really difficult if you torn the paper first before you try and back it. Oh my goodness me. And then towards the, from sort of halfway down, I'm just going to start to come in a little bit. Not massively, but just a bit. Like that. Is that going to fit on there? Just about, I think. So let's tear this bit. This is not easy. That card doesn't want to tear. Okay. And then, oh, it looks prettier by the minute. Then just a little bit down here. And then up that edge. Oh, I'll be glad when this is finished, just the pain. And I want that top corner. Like that. I think that's something like what I want. Let's have a look and see. Yeah, that looks nice, doesn't it? Well, I think it does. So let's ink around here. I can't remember if I said, but I'm using scorched timber. But really, you don't have to use anything as heavy as that if you don't want to. And if you're doing a pretty version of this, you could be using any colour ink, any at all. So, yeah, that's going to go on there. I like that. Question is, do I want to stitch any of it at all? And the answer to that, I think, is no. No, I'm not. I'm just going to unrunkle that. It's not very runkled anyway, just from tearing it. And pop it down there. Like that. Yep, that's it. So let's use the Collall, and then we can, if it's not in the right place, we can move it around. I don't know what glues you guys use. I have this mixture between Collall and an EVA that I use. There we go. That look all right. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think that's fine. And then I want to put something on it, some wording. And what I want to say is, just be kind. Which isn't a bad thing. So I need to, I want the black ones as well. So, oh well, there's B. So let's have that when we see it. B. Anybody see just? Oh, yeah, just be kind. There we go. I've got tons of these books and I seldom, if ever, use them. So I'm glad to be using them up. I'm going to start with the bottom one and just ink that around the edge, because the edge of these is unbelievably white if you stick it down without inking, and I know that from experience. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of there, just in case I don't get it straight first time. And also I really can't vouch for however long they've been sitting in that book, quite a long time. So I want that down at the bottom there. Does that look kind of square? I think so. So give that a good press down. And then we've got B. Honestly, my hands are so dirty from dyeing that silk and inking all this up with really dark ink. Looks terrible. So I'm just going to put that up there a little bit. Are we looking all right? I think so. And the last one. Oh, see, I've just pulled the back off that. But no worries, because we're gluing anyway, so it'll be okay. Lovely. Salad for tea tonight. Oh, my favourite. I love it. And pop that there, sort of evenly spaced, really. And straight if you can get it. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Excellent. Is that stuck down? Looks like it needs a bit of persuasion. Let's give it some persuasion to stick down. There we go. Right. So where are we? Here's the front of our journal. I'm going to put that on there. What do you think? I like it. Okay, let's get the glue on. So as you can see, it is not difficult at all, or even complicated. It's a fairly straightforward thing. But I think the end result is very nice, very pleasing to the eye. There we go. I've got a big glop of glue. So where's my Timmy towel there? There we go. Give it a good press down. So what do we think? Do we like it? I like it. Yeah, I do. I really like it. And it's a very nice cover. So thank you for joining me. I hope that you can manage to make your cover, be it this or be it something else that you're going to make, that you've got in your head. Don't forget we need 2 covers because we need one for the back as well. But I'm just doing this one at the moment because I'm going to wait till I'm done more, put it that way, see how the journal's progressing before I put the other cover on. And if I like it better, this can be the back cover. So thanks for joining me. Thanks a whole lot. I really appreciate it and I love your comments. So thank you very much, and I'll see you soon when we will be doing the first page. Bye for now, guys. Bye.